Hello, good morning. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is a newspaper review under the show Wake Up Nigeria. I'm talking to you from SRTV London. As usual, we'll be joined, I'll be joined with my team from Lagos, Edo. Abuja is away at the moment. Hopefully by next week we have Abuja and we're going to have Delta back. And yes, so Asaba is Jane up. So that is the kind of thing we just set up. That on a daily basis, we're bringing news from this corner. And what are we doing? We're trying to keep you abreast with what is going on. But I sometimes I sit down and I ask myself, why am I doing this? And from time to time, I begin to ask, anything I do, I ask myself, I'm not the type that just want to come and read newspapers to begin to abuse people. I don't just want to come and say all the negative things about Nigeria. But there's one problem of our time. And I think this is from generation on to generation. And I want us to look at that today. And I hope my team will join me as we look at this critical issue. We've heard all kinds of emancipation. Before I talk today, somebody's going to sing Bob Marley, redemption song. When Bob Marley say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. That sounds sweet. But deep down, we don't understand what the man was saying. Or we don't understand the implication when we say emancipate yourself from mental slavery. What is mental slavery? Emancipate yourself from slavery. What is slavery? See, so I'm going to try and identify that core thing that brings the word slave to existence. And like I said, in the last time I was analyzing the Nigerian state, and I called some people slave traders, why some people slave in today Nigeria. Because I find no single reason why the federal government of Nigeria is having difficulties paying a decent human being 650,000 naira for a young man that went to the university and spent 5 years or 4 years studying a course only to come out, he cannot get a decent wage of 650,000 naira. Again, Nigerians on the other part, they don't just want to earn money, they don't want to work. I've been to ministries where all of you are sitting down doing nothing. If you employ a Nigerian kid today, you tell them to do one thing, they think you're punishing them. They want to go there and behave like their parents at work. They don't want to work. And in that case, slavery becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for us. Yesterday I was bitter on the show. I was saying, there's no way the federal government can pay the money if the federal government is not making money. See, this is the language I use. You cannot pay a decent wages if you are not making money. So when I say any state governor that said to you today that I cannot pay 650,000 naira, where do I get the money? Then you ask him, why are you not making money? Who stopped you from making money? That is the thing I don't understand. So you throw it back at them. So because they're going to come to us and say, oh, the money is too much. The first question you ask them is, why are you not making money? You see, this thing we're talking about now affects the federal government, the state government, the local government, the parastatals, the organization, even individuals in Nigeria. So today I'm going to say it and nobody's going to be happy with it. I will not use the word mental slavery today. So I want us to talk on a very important theme, which is on the show right now. Emancipate yourself from economic slavery. I want to use that word because there's nothing like mental slavery. Nothing is mental there. When people become poor, they turn it to mental. The only reason, let me use the word, the only reason we call it slaves when they came to take us from Africa, because they were not paying us. If as at the time the white people came to take people from Africa, they said, oh, they come to our local chiefs and say, we need 100 people. We need 1,000 people. We'll pay them so amount of money. And there's that understanding. The people would have been taken away nicely. They would have gone to America and work for them and get paid. And this story of slavery wouldn't have come to place. So the truth is, it is economic that we're talking about. I don't know whether I'm making sense. I hope you guys will hear me today. So, and when you see any successful freedom fighter that does not add element of economy into it, it's stupidity. Now, let me understand so that we can understand why I am angry with our leaders. Our so-called people in power. You're not leaders. You're so-called people in power. When you are saying I'm going to be a politician, Another word for politics is management. Quote me. Look at the word politics. Politics simply means management. To manage people, to manage the affairs. One of the important things you are asked to manage is the economy of the state. Tinubu is talking. The only reason Tinubu is more powerful than me and you is Tinubu is in a position of authority to allocate money. Let's use the word. Tinubu don't carry gun. He has no gun with him. The power Tinubu have today is the ability to divert resources to wherever he wants. That's why Tinubu can appoint you and make you a rich man today. You know what Tinubu has? Economic power. An economic power rule the world. You say your governor, the only reason governor is so powerful. Governor get power. If they put governor there and I go fix him, I go give Sheriff, he go fall. But look at it. Sheriff have money that he can allocate to people. And when Sheriff talk, the bullshit works. What he has is money. It's not power, but money is power. So let us come to the late term of it. What we want to emancipate ourselves from today is what? Poverty, economic slavery. That's why I am thrilled when I read about Malcolm X. I am excited. Do you know why? Because not Malcolm X. Let's bring Marcus Garvey. When Marcus Garvey said he was walking, he traveled around and he saw that the situation of black people. What was the situation of black people? Say black people were working in sugarcane farms. The hard labor were done by us. We were trampled upon. I'm talking of the then America. The guy said his mind was on fire. He's going to set up an organization and he's going to emancipate black people. What did he do? Marcus Garvey did not say, let us go and fight white people. He did not carry a gun. He did not arrange an ammunition to go and fight. He said, you know what? We're going to come together and we're going to create an economy. Independent of the national economy, independent of American economy. Nobody stopped him. Marcus Garvey created a nation within the nation. You know what he created? He created a black nation within America. What's a black nation? Define the word nation. We are a nation of people. By black, we are a nation of people. They call us black. I don't understand why the word black is. We're going to talk about that when I come to do my show in UK. But he created a nation. If the black is the word for it, he created a black nation. What did he do? How did he create it? He set up restaurants, black restaurants. He set up where you can wash your clothes. He set up grocery shops. He had his own newspapers where he reports things from the black people point of view. And most importantly, you know what Marcus Garvey did? When his money began to grow, because he knew fully well that there's money within the black community. So they now put the money, he said to them, invest in this, invest. Don't throw the money. The money is you're investing it. As you put the money there, the money came together. And with that money, the man bought a ship for a poor man who came with a bag. A simple bag from Jamaica. He bought a ship. And he bought not one, not two. And at that time, you know what he call it? He called it the Black Star Line. This is what he said. He said the white people have the White Star Line. The Irish people have the Green Star Line. We, black people, are going to have the Black Star Line. And he did. What was he able to do? He was able to put money together. He didn't go to fight. He didn't go to war. He worked and he put money together. And that is my inspiration. And that is why I talk to Nigerians. That today, we have everything. Either we have disunity killing us, and like I said, read the Bible. If you come together as one, you can do things. Malcolm X said, if I slap you with this, with one of my team, like it will just do this. But if I want to put you where you belong, I go put the whole force together, give you one mighty blow. So when you come back, when you come together, you can strike with a mighty blow. And it's a simple case with the broom. You have one broom, we can break the broom, but put them together. To break broom, you never put broom together, break them where you see. That is the power when people come together. And that is what I want us to look at today on this show. And I'm going to quickly bring my young man in. He's the one that's going to look at the show with me today. We're talking of David from Lagos. Lagos is there, and I'm going to be coming back to these things as we come into this. David!
Good morning, London. Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, David. Again, I love Lagos, the center of excellence. I know you guys You're lucky to be living in the center of excellence because
It's amazing. It's a privilege to be at the center of excellence. And the
it
weather in Lagos is at 29 degrees. It's going to be mostly sunny today in Lagos. So
is.
all things bright and beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I sang when we were young. All things bright and beautiful, all creation
Yeah,
great.
creatures great and small.
You know, it was a very good song, you know. Yes, I like to hear that. All right, no, now tell us what is really happening in Lagos today. How is the governance? How is the atmosphere? Are there peace in the land? Is the center of excellence? Is the economic activities all going well?
Yes, good morning, everybody. This is David Alton reporting live from Lagos. Yes, it's a good thing that we have a government that is talking. When the people come out to criticize certain things, it's always very, very important for the government to come out and tell us this is why they carried out this action, this is why they did this, why they did that. And that's taking me to the governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He has come out to defend the reason why he deported destitute. He used the word destitute back to Osun State. He said the reason why he did that is to secure the citizens of Lagos State. He said that was the reason why he deported destitute back to Osun State, just to secure the citizens of Lagos. This is a very
Is he
word.
saying? Wait, sorry, I know, I'm not going to cut you off. But is the governor saying that the destitute were kind of economic security? What kind of they're going to kidnap us, or they were robbing us, or what were they doing that was harmful to us in Lagos?
Yes, in Lagos State, the truth be said, we have cases of bag snatching, people snatching people's bags in traffic.
No, destitute. I don't
Pocket
understand the word destitute. Who are the destitute? They're criminals. I need to understand. Define
Okay,
destitute.
the word destitute goes for less privilege,
Okay.
the homeless, the poor. That is my own understanding about the word destitute.
Good.
But yeah, so for now call them
Sometimes destitute can be used for lame people who are physically
helpless.
challenged. You understand? Mentally
Yes.
challenged. People who are
Ma-
challenged. Not really
Yes.
economic. Destitute are not economically challenged people. That's why I'm very worried. But we'll
We
come
don't
to
even
that.
use destitute for physically challenged people. It's disrespectful to use the word destitute for physically challenged people. That is even the name. Physically challenged or
Yes.
impaired, visually
Yes.
impaired, limbs impaired. That is the word. But using destitute, to me, destitute, you don't even use destitute for criminals. A criminal is a criminal. But now referring to them as destitute and seeing them as threats to the security of Lagos State, I think the governor still needs to explain further what he's trying
Yes.
to say. But his excuse is to secure the citizens of Lagos. That is the reason why he decided to relocate destitutes, his actual words. Okay, moving in from there, also in Lagos State, NAFDAC has shut down operations of an illegal drink manufacturer. NAFDAC has shut down the factory. They came out to give a report. Abdullahi Ofe said, these people are making fake drinks. I'm not going to mention names of any brand, so I don't destroy their markets or
No, yeah.
advertise them.
Let's
But
be
I have
clear.
some brands here.
Let's be clear. We're talking about the health of the nation. If there's a
Yes.
particular brand being imitated, we can understand. But a Nigerian should be aware that so things are happening, and the brand should come out and address us immediately. Because if we're taking a drink out of trust, it's taught anyway. It's a serious crime that if I get hurt from taking a particular drink, that company will be sued. They are aware of that. So the more they try to conceal it and say, hey, we cannot say it for my economic reasons. Don't forget that if a Nigerian get hurt in the course of taking your drink, which will be
Yes.
your fault because they use your brand, you will be responsible because you
In
refuse
fact,
to.
a lot of drinks here, it's not even one. A lot, both popular and unpopular drinks. We have everything here that NAFDAC has come out to. Though the good news is NAFDAC has come out to shut down the factory where they produce these illegal drinks. We have both carbonated drinks, soft drinks, and alcoholic beverages. Everything here. So it's a good one coming from NAFDAC. Also, Lagos set to provide homes through budget targets. Yes, Lagos State have come out to say they're going to provide more homes for the people of Lagos State. To me, it's not about providing homes. Are these homes affordable? That is the question we should ask. These homes, are they really affordable? I can remember during the time of Festac, even though I was not born then, but of course I read through history, and we know those homes were given out at a very cheap rate. We talked about also Jakonde estates, then Festac estate, Jakonde estate. They
Yes.
were actually affordable. But now, what they are giving us is even affordable. The one that the former governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu built in Ekwaja, it's still there locked because nobody can afford it. One, the rooms are too small. The rooms are small, and yet very expensive. How do you expect people, the layman or the so-called in quotes destitute, to be able to
Uh-huh.
afford that?
Let's use this word. Let's use the word of the governor of Lagos State.
Yes, how do you expect
Destitute.
the so-called destitute to be able to afford that when you are giving them a room and a parlor or a two-bedroom flat for as high as 800,000 per annum? What is the minimum wage of an average Nigerian or an average Lagosian to be able to afford that? So these are things we need to look at. Though the good news is Lagos said to provide more homes, sharing news anyway, but these homes are they affordable? If we go back, if we go by history, the ones that the former governors have built, we will find out that these homes are not affordable. And I've just given you examples of that of Babajide Sanwo, I beg your pardon, Rajiv Fashola, the one he built in Ipaja. It's some of those buildings they are still on lockdown because nobody can afford it. So that is the problem we are facing. And I also give example of the former head of state, that of Festac Estate. It was affordable. And also Gowan Estate is also one that was also brought. Though they built the Gowan Estate for the military, it was affordable. Jakonde estates. You find out that in Lagos, you find Jakonde estates virtually everywhere. Isolo, Mushin, Ipaja, you find Jakonde estates everywhere. And they were affordable then. But today, what do we have? When people are complaining that the private sector are making things expensive, the government also producing facilities that an average citizen cannot afford. So this is what we have. And also on queues on petroleum products, I can categorically tell you now that the queues in Lagos State has reduced. Yes, the queues in Lagos State has reduced. You can just drive into any filling station now and get your
So, but
PMS product.
it's like the government achieved what they wanted. The price has stepped up now. Am I right?
Yes, it's a little bit stable now.
But it has
Yes,
gone
yes.
up, right? Because it was
Yes.
what before and what is it now? Just let us understand that. What was the price before this whole story, and now what is it the same
Before,
price like before?
no. As soon as the president declared that subsidy has been removed, the price skyrocketed and moved to as high as 500 naira to 650. We managed 650 for some times, but when oil marketers were told to come and renew their licenses and the dates given to them expired, we found out that the prices became unstable. While some were selling for as high as 850, some were selling for 750. And in fact, there were long queues. People were not able to buy fuel. At the same time, it's only NNPC that was even able to sell for 750, 700. But now, if you go to NNPC, the price for in NNPC has gone down to 650 naira. But other stations now that are even selling, some sells for 850. Those who were selling for 850 now brought it down to 750. Those selling for 950 brought it down to 850. They deducted 100 naira. That is still the problem we are having
So
now.
in other words,
But
we've
the
moved
good
from
news,
650 now on the average to 850.
850, yes. Why some sell for 750? But the only good news is you can drive into any filling station
Yeah, we
and
know
get
the good news. That's what
PMS.
they want to achieve. They wanted to increase the price, so they have to
Yes.
beat us up first so that we keep quiet when the price goes up. But now we
Yes.
are
So
happy to get it, and because now Nigerians just want to get it. Because
mm,
before they know what to do, they know how to starve us, and when we get it, we are ready to pay anything for it. May God save us.
yes.
They achieved it.
Yes, that's a strategy they've been using and which is not very good. They know that they want to increase the price of this commodity. They take it high excessively. The Nigerians will come out to shout and scream. They now bring it down, not to the normal price, but just bring it down, and their supporters will see it as victory. It's
That's
painful.
exactly what we saw with the foreign exchange. The thing went up to pounds, for instance, went to 2,500, and it's now 1,780. We are celebrating. But
That it's victory. How is that
how
victory?
much was it before Baba Tinubu came in? You see, these are the things they mess around with us.
During the time
And
of President Goodluck Jonathan, it was 150. I remember that I paid my visa fee. Then that $150 was about 30 something thousand naira. I think I paid 38,000 naira during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan. As soon as President Buhari came into power, things changed. It went for as high as 300, 450. Now look at what we are having, over 100% increment, which
No,
is
in
not
fact,
very
it's
good.
over 200.
Over
What a
200,
disaster.
of course, it's over 200% increment. So this is not a cherry news. Even if it comes down to as low as 1,000 naira, it is still not
But
good news.
that's what we celebrate now. Tinubu government is trying. Tinubu, you see, sometimes these guys think we don't have good memories. They think we lack memories, and that is the problem, sir. Some of us do
Yes.
they see they remember. Some of us
And
they see.
somebody like me, my own style of journalism, I love to bring fish out past history. That is just my own. I will take you back to things you've done. That was why even when it was during the time of election, I was able to go back to check. I checked Buhari's record. I was not born then anyway, but I went to check his record. How was he even able to govern Nigeria as a military head of state? He deported Ghanaians. That was when at the time of Ghana must go
Yes,
period. So many things they did. Well, he has ruled us and he's gone. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now wants to take up the mantle, I had to go and dig up his history. Look at him. What did he do when he was the governor of Lagos State? What's his name? Peter Obi too. I went to check his history while he was the governor of Kwara State. So I think Nigerians should begin to look at their past. Their past, don't just follow a party blindly. Oh, I am APC, as if it is one secret cult.
yes. That's why
It's
it is
not
called
right.
history, sir. It's called history. We need to know their
Yes,
history. But you
yes.
did something very nice, and you kept your word yesterday. You told us that you're going to bring out some of the amount of money senators in Nigeria are being paid. You understand their earnings and some of their allowances. I don't know whether we have this year, and if we can take a look at that closely before we even delve into the show, that would be amazing, because I think
Yeah.
this is very good. It's coming from jungle journalism. We cannot authoritatively confirm this, but if they say it's not true, please, they should challenge us now, and they should challenge it to the appropriate authority. All right, and like I said, you guys are lucky, because with the organization are coming up with, they're gonna drag your ass to court, man. If you do this to individuals, you're gonna be in court 24/7.
I can categorically tell you that this thing has been confirmed. The newspaper allowance, the wardrobe allowance, the recess allowance, about 20%, which is about 240,000 for recess, entertainment allowance, personal assistant allowance, vehicle main allowance, leave allowance. It's more, it's about 22. I will still get the rest. Wardrobe allowance, constituency allowance, hardship allowance. So they know the people, the one actually that actually baffles me is the hardship allowance. So they are aware that people are going through hardship. Why are they not paying the citizens hardship allowance?
Motor vehicle allowance,
Newspaper allowance.
furniture allowance. But do they pay this once, or this is the monthly salary? Of course, they will not be paying all this money every month now. Is that what you say?
It is not every month. I think the furniture allowance is yearly. The newspaper allowance, I think that is a monthly or
Yes.
there are some that they get daily. There are some they get
Monthly.
apart from their sitting allowance.
Yes.
Apart from their
I
sitting
think
allowance, they get
I
this one on a daily basis. There are some that get on a daily basis, and there are some they get on a weekly basis. Like the furniture allowance is yearly.
yes. One can understand that. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at some of the allowances, and I thought I have 2 pages of it. You see, Nigerians, this is what we are up against. You see, we will continue to remain this. This is why I talk about the economic emancipation of the black people. Let's not talk about the economic emancipation of Nigerians. That's why I said today's theme is economic emancipation from economic slavery. I didn't want to put it in a more straightforward terms. Let's talk about how we can emancipate ourselves from economic slavery. If our so-called people in power, senators, this is the one that is on the open, they can beat their chests and say, this is what we're paying them. Not the amount of money they pay, not their constituency project. You guys know what I'm saying.
Project, yes.
What is this now? What is this? Meanwhile, you come to that place, Abuja, they give you a place to stay. Why do you need housing allowance? Why do you need accommodation allowance? Newspaper. Sometimes we never talk of a security vote. May God save us. But okay, just for Nigerians to be aware that we're going to talk economy today. This is how the government is ruling us. You know what is painful? I want to say this. Perhaps this money is not even a lot for me. What I want you to do is earn it. You don't, I have no problem if you get yourself paid 20 million or 500 million per month. My question is, are you earning it, sir?
Yes, that is the
What is the
question.
job of a senator to earn this amount of money, and a civil servant cannot earn 30,000 naira? Nigerian government, explain that to the ordinary fool. That's why today we're going to talk about economic slavery. That is on the part of the government. Like I
In
said,
fact, they came out to say this money is small, that they need to increase.
of course.
They, as soon
That's
as
why they are
President,
padding and padding. They are all women. They have menstruation. They pad. You understand? They pad. What a shame. No, it's unfortunate, man. It's very, very unfortunate. And what we're going through here, if we can analyze this clinically, we'll get to the bottom of my pain today. Because I say people should not be talking. I don't understand when they say slavery. I don't understand. Last time I came to UK, this has been my approach in the United Kingdom. I know there is racism. I know there are certain things that will not be given to me because of a black man. I don't give a damn. And you say to me, oh, there's racism. And I say, I don't understand what is racism. I don't believe in racism. What I believe in is what is entitled to me, please give it to me.
yeah,
You may not like the color of my skin. I always say to people, listen, I'm a black man. I have some black girls from my village. They don't like me. If I talk to a woman, she doesn't like me. Maybe she doesn't like my physique. So what? Is she a racist? So not everybody will like me. You don't like the color of my skin? That's fine. But what is due to me? Give it to me. So when they say, oh, there's racism in Europe, they're saying that there are certain things you cannot have. It's economic.
yeah.
It's not the color of skin. So when we try to interpret all these things, let us look at it from the economic point of view. That is where it really strikes us. You see these people, they'll say, oh, senators are oppressing us. This is how you oppress us. You are earning above everybody. You see, yes, you're earning. You are not making that money for Nigeria. I said to the governors, if you can make more money, I beg, pay yourself 22, pay yourself 1 billion. That the kids will be clapping for you. But as you pay that, let it trickle it down, sir. Please let it fall down. Nigerians. And that is the issue we have today.
In
And
fact, other countries, there are
yes,
other countries that even earn more than Nigeria, though their senators earn more, like Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Spain, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, France, South Africa, Britain, Germany, Canada, United States, then Nigeria. These other countries their senators earn more than what Nigeria senators earn.
that is, but I can
Also
tell
have,
you
also have that
that
with me.
those countries, they don't steal. Oh, those country senators, they are not thieves. 90% of our senators, you guys know what I'm saying. You know what you are doing there in that place. Well, I won't talk much. Let's not. We are on an international platform. Don't please, preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this today. Now, let us look at another important thing that strike me. Now, as we are talking now, everybody is happy with me. I'm sure a lot of people want to prosecute the government for doing this. How could they be doing that? How could they be doing this? This thing is not important how much they are earning. My brothers and sisters, it's not. If I let them earn even more, you know my problem, we are not making money. If we are making money, they can earn more. So it's ordinary Nigerians. We need to earn more money. And that is the part I want to say today. How can we earn more money if we are not free from mental slavery, from economic slavery? Let's put it this way. Sometimes this thing I'm talk about today is going to be painful. I saw this post. I don't know whether it is true, but I really want to share this with the world. Now, this is Gary coming from China. Now, I pick it online. It might not be true. But if what I see here is true, we have a problem. You know what happened? It means Chinese. We package our Gary and sell it back to us.
Yes.
The reason I know this is possible, I have a video of a Chinese factory, a mini construction. From the time you put the cassava down to your finished product, your gari, why would they not refine or process our gari and sell it back to us? And what is there is not technology. It's technician. It's a technician work. There's no technology in what they've done. It's what a technician on the street of Nigeria can do. So the question is, how could we be doing this to us? Is this not only government now? It's me and you.
The problem with this Gary now is one, it might not be safe for consumption.
Thank you.
It has gone through processes. This is a processed Gary.
It's no more organic.
What we have
The
here,
Gary we used to know is organic.
it should be organic. This is
That's
pure
why.
chemistry.
Oh God. So, but now they've gone through it. They have add some chemicals to make it, to blow it, so that it becomes more to sell. Who knows?
Yes.
But I'm not
Preserve
gonna-
it, more preservatives to eat. And
yes.
these chemicals are harmful. They cause cancer.
Yes.
They
But
cause sudden death.
is that the cost? Is that our problem now? Why are we not processing it? Why are we not adding value to what we have?
Or why are we making life difficult for those who are processing it here for us?
No, they're not making life difficult. We refuse to add value to what we have. If nobody stopped Nigerians, they are very innovative from doing something like this. Though we have a couple of these now.
We do.
So we have a big taste for foreign things. We have a huge taste, a huge appetite for anything foreign. Is Chinese Gary see better pass that Gary went to from my village?
It's not
problem.
possible.
There's a problem. You understand? And this is when I say Gary now, everybody is relaxed. Everybody say, "Oh, yes, it's Gary. Is this?" Let's take a look. Yesterday, I analyzed something for you guys. Nollywood, we are the highest producers of movies in the world. And guess what? This is what happened. Oh, Netflix will buy the film at a very small rate. They will sell it to Nigerians again. What is the difference between that and Gary?
Or crude oil.
Aha! You just said so. Sometimes they will take our fabric. You see, somebody came here that day and said they bring in our adire.
Yes.
They're going to bring it from China soon.
Our Ankara, they bring in, we have foreign Ankara now.
Good.
We have foreign Ankara. We have some Ankara, they are very expensive. They tell you it is foreign. Lace, foreign. And these are our own products.
Good. So
Adire initially was from Abeokuta. That is where they produce Adire. But now we have foreign and we have the local. The foreign is even more expensive than the local made ones.
So the question is, do we choose to be poor or we are born poor? No, I said it before. We are poor people living in a rich nation, meaning we are born rich. But we decided to be poor. And what we need to do, Nigerians, is to emancipate ourselves from economic slavery, not political slavery. So when they want to talk, let us restructure Nigeria. Anytime you don't hear economic restructuring, Moguna shoot that person. We don't want any restructuring. What we need is economic restructuring. Because the slavery we find ourselves is not a political one, it's an economic one, and it has been from day one. The only reason our people, when you are poor, before they'll call, carry your wife, go sleep with her and bring her back, they give you money. No, let's watch this movie. I'm going to tell you an innocent movie. It's one of the most crazy movies I ever watched. I know it's very mad, but I'll talk about it. I mean, we have the biggest stars in it. We have Demi Moore. We have the big guys are there. And the movie is called Indecent Proposal. These guys were broke. They were in the cinema. They were in this in Las Vegas. They gambled. They finished their money. I've cut the long story short. They were struggling. There was this beautiful couple. They were happy, living happily. I think Harrison these boys were there in the movie. I'll name all their names soon. They got so broke. I mean, really broke that they didn't have money to pay for their hotel that night. And then this rich guy walking, found this woman adorable. His wife, beautiful, Demi Moore. And as we were talking, there's something the guy said. He said there's limit to what money can buy. He said, really? Then the woman said, is that true? He said, yes. Are you saying there's limit to what money can buy? I said, yes. Okay. Supposing I make you a proposal. So what is it? He said, hi, but I give you $1 million to spend one night with your wife. $1 million. A night with your wife. The guy was ringing it at Liberty Bell. $1 million. One night with your wife. The night will come and go. $1 million. One night with your wife. Listen, if you are poor, you don't have food to eat, your children are dying, they say make your wife go sleep with one person one night to give you $1 million. Poverty finish. The question is, will you take it or not? There's limit to what money can buy. In fact, the Bible says your wife is your sanctuary. Before you read, in fact, for Roboman, in fact, you kill Roboman if you touch your wife. Just kill her. Then what happened? They gave in. Poverty can cost you what you don't expect. The only reason Nigerians are shouting today, when I say here and I stand to say that I'm saying the truth, is because they will ever shoot me. Some of those people who are benefiting 2 naira from these governors, from Tinubu today, look at you. You're ready to shoot me because it's not because of your making. You are like that poor man that have been given $1 million to sleep with your wife. The wife is yours. You give your wife out for $1 million. That is what we see in Nigeria. Our soul cannot be bought with money. And that is the disaster we find ourselves. We need to free ourselves from economics. Because by the time we have our own money, they say, and the state will talk to me. When I have my money, say you want to sleep with my wife for $1 million, I go slap you. You understand? I ask you, are you mad? In fact, you will not even try it. If you know I'm a billionaire, you say you sleep with my wife for $1 million, you will not dare it. So what I need to do is to make money. All I say to Nigerian government is please make money. All I say to our state is please make money. All I say to Nigerians is please make money. This mentality that Netflix is better, that Nigerian industry, I'm talking to you big boys, you wear your clothes big day, I'm a big boy, I'm in Hollywood, you could not create Netflix for Nigeria. Una be course. The same way this guy did the important, that's so una be. What me? I am disappointed. Nigerian government will not even refine our petrol, something Edo State cannot do. You said it here yesterday, that Edo cannot refine oil. Then if we are doing that, then price of oil should not be what it is now. Is it rocket science? Is it to make this, you see, it's as simple as this. To make this bag of gari, is it rocket science? That is the same way to make oil. The same way to do Netflix. If we cannot even go Netflix, is it not disappointed that Nigeria don't even have our YouTube? Who give our YouTube? Maybe we'll get 9tube. The one that we copy Nollywood. I don't know, because Hollywood now will copy Nollywood. Why will not copy? As they get YouTube, we'll get 9tube. NITUB. And we begin to use it for ourselves. Who said so that we cannot do it? Who? We have a population. We are an independent people. One day YouTube will just close down and all your content will be lost. You want to trust them? All the content you put there, they can use it against you. What the people are we? I will preach it, even when people will not love me for it. I become an enemy to the West because I'm saying this about the YouTube. YouTube is not happy with this stupid man. I'm streaming to YouTube as we speak. You can close me. I wouldn't mind. It's not going to affect me. I'm not going to die. I'm going to move on, man. I'm waste. You see, a man is down. His fears don't fall. I'm on the floor. In my place, one boy say it's his title. He say it's a cripple that fell. When the cripple fall, he's on the ground. You get where cripple go fall, go again. A cripple who is on the ground, is he going anywhere? That's where I am. I don't give a damn. But Nigerians, we need to wake up. There is nothing like political restructuring. There is no political problem in the country. When we now talk, people, let us talk in one language. We need to free ourselves from economic slavery. We are a slave in our own land. Economically, it's not political. Nigerians, unlike Nigerians, we love one another. Trust me. I'm going to tell you the crisis in Nigeria. Have you gone to the Nigerian market? Have you been to the Nigerian barracks? The Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo, Calabar, all of them will live at peace. We marry one another. With the so-called Muslim and Christians, they live as one. Then the politician begin to come in and say, you see, that one do this. Because he want political power. He will not tell you what the Christian man is doing against Islam. What Islam is saying against this. And I say to Christians every day, so you think all the Muslims are going to go to hell? Or you Muslim, you think all Christians are going to hell? And where are you from? Who taught you that? Since when are we going to know that God is God? There is the same God that served by the Christian service, the same God that the Muslims are serving. I said it on my in one of my movies. I said, had Jesus and Muhammad met on earth, they would have been friends. Go and kill me for it. Had Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad met on earth, it would have been the same thing of John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. They would have been saying the same thing about God. They were out to say the truth to mankind. Stop evil, serve God. And the core word, they don't even say you must. God, God, God. Say, please stay away from evil. That's why Jesus must die. That's why they want to kill Muhammad. No other reason. That is not what you are preaching. You are going to preach that you are more Muslim than this. You see, this is the deceit. The truth is economy. We need to emancipate ourselves, not from religious slavery. You see, today, the pastors are going home fat. So I thought that one, everybody's angry. The pastors, they are the richest in Nigeria. Why do you think so? They are making money. A small pastor of 10 years old is not Baba. They call him daddy. The only reason they call him pastor daddy is that they have money. And your money is your money. Who did this to us? On Sunday now, see us dressing up nicely, going to church. We go drop the money. The pastor, they speak. That's why that guy go talk. When he reach offering, they see the energy of every pastor. The coat must go down. They go, they shake. We are looking for one thing, money. I don't blame the pastor for making money. I'm saying to our governors, make money. Nigeria, we need to emancipate ourselves from slavery. We cannot be eating gari from China and expect a different result. We cannot be using Netflix and we expect a different result. Nigerian government cannot continue to import oil and we're expecting a different result.
Yeah.
We cannot have a land and we don't farm it and we're expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. We need to emancipate ourselves from economic slavery. God has did it for us. He did it from day one. That's why I know. The reason I know that is there are so many minerals deposited in our soil. There are so many intelligent people like you. I can hear you. What are you doing with it? I remind you guys, and I cannot forget the story of Moses in the Bible. The children of Israel will continue to die in the wilderness. Yes. They would have remained there. They would have remained in Egypt, and Moses is not. We need Moses. And I asked Peter, are you the Moses of our time? You are the Moses of our time. This is what I'm going to say to Peter today. I said it yesterday. He didn't get me. Peter, we're not looking for a political emancipation. What we're looking for, Peter, is economic slavery. The president stopped you from setting us free from this economic slavery. That's what you were preaching.
Yes.
The Nigerian economy is going to be better. You can do it. You need to be president to do that. Peter, tell we should donate money. We'll pay you tax. We won't pay the federal government because we believe in you now. How do you pay tax? We pay tithe to religious leaders. Let Peter know they vex me. You know, Nigerians are very humble people. We pay tithe monthly. I said they use us there. You understand? Peter, if we can pay tithe every Sunday, if you tell us what we will do for us to come out of economic slavery, Peter will go pay tithe to you. See your name now, Peter. In fact, I like that name. You read the Bible, Jesus Christ was talking to Peter, Abi?
Yes. In fact, Jesus prayed for Peter personally.
Peter, are you the Moses of our time? Are you the Peter Jesus Christ has given to us? Because now what do? My people say, give your child a good name. So we want to know. That's why when I throw these accusations, I throw it for. I may not be able to make my point clear, but I think Peter is somebody I'm talking to right now. Peter will still live in Nigeria where Gary is imported. That one doesn't have to do with presidency alone. Peter will still live in a country where Netflix is a height for our filmmakers. No, the bottom line is not even to the filmmakers, it's not their mentality we're worried about. The point is Nigerians are making a product called a movie, which Netflix is taking from us and reselling back to us. How does that make you feel? Do you need to be president to solve that problem? Forget the people in power, because you see, as I'm talking today, I've not even accused the governors, because you are people, you don't know what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, what the government is going to do is we are constructing roads. Have you been to my place, eh? If you go to Delta State, the only thing you hear is the governor don't construct this road from here to there. I would wonder. I say, these people, are you serious? Governor, they construct road. So Chinese, they feed us. Wow. In fact, we get problem. Anybody that comes to the 21st century and tell us about construction of road, Holy Ghost, fire. You see what they don't want? That's what in fact, that's what the pastor they talk about. Now I'll begin using that for my show. Holy Ghost, fire. We have a problem. It's economic. Let us address it and we'll see where we'll be. Quickly. It's not even going to take us time. We will shoot. We'll be where we want to be. And like you rightly said, young man, I'm going to put this to you, David. David, does it really take rocket science to make this Gary?
If the woman in the village, the so-called less privileged woman, in fact, our mothers can do this in the space of 3 days.
Can we call them destitute? Because let's borrow the word of the Lagos State governor. I'm going to be careful. So now you use the word destitute. You go define now. So we would define destitute, because I don't understand how a governor can term a people as destitute.
As destitute.
You need to define destitute. I'm quoting Devil, unless you didn't use that word. Not now that one.
That was what he used on his X handle. I can forward it to you.
Thank you very much. You go define destitute for us. But let's go. So the so-called destitute does it.
The woman who never passed through the 4 walls of any institution can conveniently produce Gary. How come our graduates who studied agric engineering, who studied agric at the university cannot do this? How come the professors in agric cannot do this?
It's not true, they cannot. You know what? You know why I know we can be free in a day? That Nigeria can be free. Have you seen what happened to the music scene? It's not enough for us to learn that you don't need to have the color of the white skin. You don't have to be a magician. If you bring a product to the world that is appealing, that you will take control. Burna Boy performing on the international stage and the whole world is shaking. It's an example that you don't need to be anybody.
A 21-year-old boy called Rema was the main artist called by UEFA to sing on the night of the Champions League award. It was Rema that sang there. I watched the video live.
I've been one of those that issued some of those people the COS to come and perform in the UK. That decrease. And you know what is so funny, son? Oh, I am excited. So it's not about the power, it's about what you have to offer.
Yes.
In fact, Africans is cutting the world short of what is possible. Nigerians is not giving the world what we should. In fact, we are shortchanging the world.
As I speak to you now, you can't even remember any song by a foreign artist, but you can always remember the songs by Nigerian artists. Now they want to, before we want to feature them, now they want to feature us. Now they are the one featuring Nigerian artists. But I mean, that's amazing.
So that is to say, you see, this is an example of what we need is economy. You see, what is happening here is there's economic power.
Yes.
Now comes to us with that. You know how much this boy will come in? Of course, don't be surprised that people organizing those shows, the people making the bulk of money are still going to be white people. We'll come to that another day. We're coming to that. We're going to talk about that another day. I mean,
for the fact that they now treat our artists as first-class citizens, they
yes, but you know what?
To come the
are we making the first money? The time will come, we will need to make the first-class money.
But the problem is Nigerian government are not even taking advantage of this.
They don't know. They don't care. They're collecting all your money. How can they care if they don't understand that? How can they understand that they cannot? Okay, wait. If the ministry, I said here yesterday, that girl, that young lady, you gave minister, who does not know that Netflix is a cause, that we are just celebrating Netflix in the 21st century when the music has shown that you don't need to wait for Netflix.
She came out, and ever since she became the Minister of Art and Culture, there is no significant, nothing has been done.
Let me
Okay,
go
she
back
said
to
she
her.
have 8-point agenda.
She
We
not
have
get
not even
single
seen one.
agenda.
Leave agenda. Start
She
with
not
one
get one
project.
agenda. And they help her write that one. President never get 8-point agenda. No, but she get. You know what? These
She said
people
she
are
have 8-point
funny.
agenda.
You understand? And what I'm you know what is
She
so
was even
difficult.
a copper. She was still a serving copper when she was appointed as
So
the
what do you
minister.
expect? What do you expect? She's a young girl. Anyway, let's forgive her. But you know what? You're gonna listen to old men like us. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anywhere, young woman. We know what we're saying. No, we're talking from point of authority. We have experience, and I'm analyzing it on the show. If we don't need to, I'm not looking for foul. I'm using Nigerians. I watched a video yesterday where they were analyzing the quality of Nigerians in the United States. That in America today, we that 29% of Nigerians are graduates. 4% of us are PhD in the US. That is something a government of a country like Nigeria will be dragging home. We don't say you must come. Obasanjo is the only leader I can respect here. Obasanjo said, we need your contact, we need your knowledge. We don't need your
Yes.
money. Are we tapping
Yes.
on that? The answer is no. What we call that is economic power, knowledge. We now
And
say that our
we are even
musicians
losing our doctors to foreign hospitals in drones. Our doctors keep migrating from here. Even before now, statistics shows that we have a doctor to 3,000 patients all over the world. A doctor to 3,000 patients. But presently in Nigeria, is a doctor to 5,000 patients.
is
How
in
do we
drones.
manage that? And
What
yet
I
we keep
hear is
using
it's not the
our
10,000
best
patients.
hands in drones. Yes,
It's
it's
not
getting
up
to
to
that point.
10,000 patients.
A doctor to 10,000 patients. In fact, a particular doctor broke the limb of my friend's mom, my grandmother, while he was trying to treat her. The guy, in fact, the CMD had to apologize to us that it's not his fault, that he is tired. That he is tired.
May God save us.
So, that he is tired. He's been
God save
trying.
us.
So, and it's not his fault. We have to. Okay, he even came out to apologize that he has been working for the past 4 days. He has not gone home. No time to rest from one patient to the other. So, as soon as he handled the woman, he has forgotten that she's an old woman, trying to massage her feet, trying to massage her feet. In the process, he broke her feet. They had to treat her again. They had to take her to an orthopedic doctor to fuse that together. So what am I saying now? The few ones left are over labored. They are over labored. Even one of my pastor that happens to be a doctor. Now he has to work extra hours. Yes, they pay them for it, but it is not. It's going to tell on the patient. A doctor who is not mentally stable, a doctor who is not okay emotionally, will not give in his best. Might even make mistakes. He would even
Agree.
end up making mistakes, prescribing wrong drugs. And you can't fault him for that. You
No.
can't fault him for that. We've seen cases where doctors mistakenly left scissors in after performing a surgery, left scissors in a patient's
Of course,
system.
are they not human beings? Are the doctors not human beings?
They are humans too.
Thank you.
We've seen cases like that, and you can't fault them.
No, but you see today, so what I really want us to look at is now identify our problem. After time we say, oh, our problem is corruption. Everywhere, there's corruption everywhere.
He's everywhere. There's
You
corruption everywhere.
understand?
There's
Oh,
corruption.
and you pay the senators a lot of money. Baba, pay yourself 200 million. I don't care. I am begging you to make the money. When we become economically free,
Yes.
that's when there is freedom. Nigeria today, we choose to enslave ourselves economically. This is a willful act. Because bringing Chinese Gary to Nigeria is a willful act. You see, the governor of my state, Oboriwori, clapping for himself for bringing Julius Berger to construct. That is the biggest project he has started for 1 year in office. To construct a bridge in Wari. That is his man. That is the big thing now they are charting in Delta State.
Like Wike celebrating flyover he did in Rivers State. Like go any little thing, go and look at the flyover. Go and look at
That's,
the people
that's
will
what
hit
we get.
flyover.
He's insane. The guy is insane.
Are
And
we
you know
going for
what?
this flyover?
Nobody's challenging him. He think he's doing well. You see, when a madman is dancing in the if nobody asks him, he go to say they do well. That's why sometimes I start to ask them. You see, we need to. I can only imagine how much Wike would have done with the amount of resources we can have to create wealth in Rivers State today. Today, is still fighting for the little allocation going to Rivers. The only reason they are fighting Rivers State today is the allocation. It's not as if Rivers is not be waiting plan for grant. For 8 years, the banker did not do anything that is bringing money. Tell him, you can hear me out. We have a problem, man. And we're going to solve it. We're going to emancipate ourselves. So the second part of the show, in fact, we want to do the newspaper review. Let us go to the newspaper. Otherwise, we're just going to be angry. I wanted to look at the other part, the solution to this. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. How do we emancipate ourselves? Because today we've identified it. That the boys, the musicians have been able to do it. With 9Tube, maybe we will be controlling the entertainment world. You see, what we have done today, the musicians, our musicians are now controlling it. We need to be the one. We need to be the one, the show promoters, turning the millions into Nigeria. Quote me. Even if you are the artist, if the white man still manages the money, you are still a slave. This is what the Michael Jackson saw when they grew up. And they begin to run away from Sony.
Yes.
We will not go into that today. It's deep politics, my brother. So that you are Rema, that you are doing this until this is what I love about the Nigerian brand. You understand? The only reason the white people didn't have the chances, they never knew that such thing was happening. So the boys in our home were there creating their own brand, their music labels. You understand? That's why when they were going to kill Naira Marley, I was a little bit upset. I wasn't very happy with his gangsterism, but I was so happy that the boy was creative. Because I want anybody that makes money. Nigerian music have made money. Nigerian, you see what they've done? Now I'm gonna use this word. Nigerian film industry. You know how many YouTube we have? Every filmmaker in Nigeria have a YouTube channel. Every musician today in Nigeria, we have a music brand. But none of you, quote me, can promote Burna Boy in Europe. And that is where the money is. You cannot do the tour of Burna Boy. Burna Boy is the artist. Burna Boy cannot do his own tour. Quote me. I know what I'm saying. So Burna Boy is still paid £1 million, £1 million for what he does. That's why he can buy an aircraft. But that is a tips on the highway. By the time the whole music brand come together and say we're gonna do our own tour. We're gonna perform in stadium around the world and the money is coming home.
And shut down arena.
That's when we are now economically free. It's not when I see Rema performing on the international stage, I ask, who is promoting the show? Because I know where that's where the money is. It's not when I see Nigerian movies winning Oscars. It's questions, who are the producers? Where's the money going? Economic slavery. Let's go on a break because it's getting hot here. When we come back, we'll do newspaper review and go home. I think that's the right thing to do right now. Right? Don't go away. Don't push that button. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are talking about the emancipation from economic slavery. We need to achieve that. And I'm talking deeper now. That is the bad part of it. That's where that decrease is dangerous. You know, I looks good. What you see, what you celebrate may not be what I celebrate. That's the problem. This man is not that satisfied. So it's not good news. Oh, Nigerian music are not going very far. Yes. Nigerian boys are performing on this and the say yes. But who is promoting it? Who is collecting the big money? That is my question today. Mona not vessel. Oh, Nigerian movies have come of age. We see all the stars that they wear big shoes. Some don't get house. That's when they wear and the shoe when they give them for film.
Sylvester Madu was seen selling okrika at Onitsha market sometimes ago. This is one of our legends when it comes to the movie industry, Sylvester Madu.
He knows me. You understand?
This was all over the social media.
Why is this happening? Until you see Nollywood, we will continue to cut corners like what they did. The producers are not making good money. You know what? What will happen is they will cut corners to continue to make film. But by the time producers begin to make billions, why would they not make billion-dollar films? Now, we need to wake up. We need to get up. And you know the reason, if there is no unique distribution for this film, if Netflix still remain the bar, if Amazon Prime is the bar,
if Oscar is the basics, then we are still not there yet.
Are you free? You see, we're talking. You see, I said, let me use this boy. I know they see Burna Boy performing. I asked them, do you know how much that producer has made? Do you know how much Burna Boy made? I'm always talking, the question is, are we slave to them? Economic emancipation of slaves. Is that what I'm talking about? You understand? And how can this be done? We need to do neutral review. We'll never have time to do that. Let's take a look at some of the papers. Otherwise, we will never do that. Because if I do that today, we will not go. You understand? We will not go. And I hope you have your papers with you, young man. Otherwise, I have to send to you. You have to learn to read the same page from me. And they tell them to add it to the very page. All right. So I'm going to forward you the papers because you have to read some of them, David. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the paper now on your so-called telephone that is always a disaster. All right. What is interesting is Nigerians, again, you see, you cannot tell me a country, a nation that can come up with the journalists that come up with this newspaper every day, that we are in nothing, that we are a nation of no intellectual. Are you joking? Nigerian University is producing one of the best. Now, I am in the UK. Most of the lecturers at some of the university I attend here, they are from Nigeria, trained in Nigeria. And you see that country, that university is not good enough. We have a problem. It's the same curriculum. Let me put it this way. The law of when you go to physics, the basic thing is action and reaction are equal. Newton law is the same Newton law they teach in Nigeria that they teach in the UK.
Everywhere over the world is the same.
When you study law here, it's the same curriculum. Sometimes even my own here will be to the British UK law. Now it will be Nigerian law. How can a British lawyer be better than a Nigerian lawyer? You know what? Economic emancipation. But you got hire. You see, like I said now, I don't know where Julius Berger, where they for train Julius Berger people to do better construction work than the one they train in Nigeria. You see, economic emancipation. Oh, you know, see the Calabar Road now. You see that one, that man from Igbo, that former governor of Bonny State. He's going to say, I'm an engineer. So if you're an engineer, you're the only person to construct the road. Are you out of your mind? Why are you an engineer? An engineer that goes to hire Julius Berger to do a job? What kind of engineer are you? Are you trained at all? Where is your skill? That you go and hire a foreigner to come and do your road. Economic emancipation. We're not saying that we're not going to take on expertise to share knowledge, but we are still depending.
You know, it is sad. It is sad when the same people who are preaching that we should patronize Nigerian goods are the same people that go out there to bring foreigners to carry out their own projects. And you expect us as Nigerians to patronize locally made goods just to boost our economy. And our leaders who are preaching this are not even practicing it.
Have you seen the kind of car Tinubu is using as a president?
Why we have innocent motors? We have Anamco here.
Look at Tinubu as his age. Baba, which kind of motor you need? When the motor is a vehicle for me, is something that can take me from one place to the other. I'm using the oldest BM, that old one, because I need it. It's the S5. I need it to carry things. And it is old type. And they ask me, what are you doing with it? I said, do I need the car? What do I need the car? It's not to carry me from one place to the other. The question is, what do you need it for? Yeah, nobody look at the car you drive. Baba Tinubu still lives in that mentality, poor people mentality, that for me to be relevant, I have to drive the biggest car.
When you should be impacting lives positively.
Baba see other foreign cars for SUVs. You said the other SUV for those in the Senate, those in this. That is the yardstick of being a good leader. And you say economic emancipation. Innocent motor is there. You will do this. Now, many of you, they will tell me now, I remember I wanted to do a premiere. I will talk this one today. You're not going to hear me tomorrow. I want to do a premiere. I told someone, start, okay, you have to fly Arik Air because I got this in from Arik Air. Then, Arik Air, Arik Air may not go die. Whereas some of their boss, that the same Arik Air that they work. I said, the Arik Air no good. So all the people they fly Arik Air don't die. Don't be surprised now. Some people say, my experience with airpiece was this and that. Now God will punish you. Because you go remain, not only you don't punish yourself, because you remain an economic slave. Anytime you think that the BA is better than airpiece, you are an economic slave. It's not a cause, so you cause it yourself. Because if airpiece have more money, it will now that airpiece will go and build a place in your village.
Yeah.
He may not even give it to you. He will employ more people in Nigeria. Airpiece will know this is my brother. Is it British Airways that's going to bring that money to you? No, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Continue to use BA. Those of them watching me today and talking. I don't preach hatred. But I'm talking about the emancipation of our people. We don't need political emancipation. We need economic emancipation.
Of course, even that, just to remember, just quickly before I forget, all journalists are encouraged to speak out. A journalist was arrested, called Daniel Ojukwu, for criticizing the state government. A ministry was, so the police came to arrest him. And now they said every journalist should come out. In fact, there was a protest yesterday in Abuja in the evening where all journalists came out to protest that Daniel Ojukwu should be released, that he have every right to speak up. If he says anything that he feels is not going right, that he have every right to come out and talk about it. So we are still waiting for the Nigerian police to give us their own reports why they arrested. In fact, he was arrested secretly. Daniel Ojukwu was arrested secretly. It was after 3 days we got to know that he has been arrested. So we are all encouraged to come out and speak up against it. That in Nigeria there should be freedom of speech, freedom of press. We should be allowed to speak up. And it's not everything we say that should be termed libel. It's everything that should be termed defamation of character. We should always look at the positives. We are here now talking. And what we're talking about,
the mistake they make is that they don't know that journalists are trained that aspect of law.
Yes. Yes.
When you are trained as a journalist, one of your training is to understand what we call defamation of character. And we put that in our code of practice. Sometimes you guys pitch us off. And when we do investigative journalism and we review certain things, you say, this one is libel. Have you been able to prove it wrong? Because until it is a lie,
yes,
it's not libel. You understand? They don't understand. I've never defamed you. If I say something and that thing is true, you know it is true, and you see calling it defamation of character. My brother, where are we?
It is not.
What they say. We are here looking at this, and it's so much. I'm so privileged, honestly, to be in this position, because what I understand is Tinubu is trying to say, there will be no things like this. Journalists will not be oppressed in my time. If this news is coming out, it's filtering out, sir, you need to ask your boys what they do. Because this will be the beginning. By the time camera turn on you, my people say, there's one big parable. He said, nobody, when they go shook hand for a year, when they go smell. A big word, Baba, Nobody when they go shoot can for yash when no go smell. Like that shit day. We all get them. Take time. Leave us alone. Allow us to do our job. That guy should be released.
Yes.
In fact, with immediate effect. Because without journalists, where are we? If they don't tell us what is going on, where are we?
Yes.
And if you don't know, they are even protecting you. You understand? Because sometimes we say things, we have interest of the country.
Yeah, of course.
I am here crying today for the economic emancipation. I am not going to support those who are destroying the country. Why will I support somebody that steals Nigerian money and bring the money here and we borrow the same money? That is slavery. This is what see, I always say to people, it's okay to steal, but steal and invest it. The whole world, there's always going to be corruption in politics.
Yes.
In American politics, there's corruption. They introduce lobbying, they introduce all kind of shit. They call it good name. How can lobbying be good? But anything they say is fine. But for us, we are not as matured as them. So we accept certain level of corruption.
Yes.
For parents, what I expect you guys to do is to be productive. You can earn whatever you choose to earn. What I have said today, if people don't understand, I have unveiled the amount you pay yourself as senators. For me, that's no money. It will only be money. It's only a problem. My only problem is you are not making money. And if that small money you earn, don't take it to send your child abroad. Oh my God. Because that is economic slavery. A child's school fees in the UK, I stay here, is 14,000 for foreign students. I pay myself 9,000 something as a home student. So you're paying 14,000 pounds. That's not the money you use to transfer the child to here, not the feeding. You rent a house in London if you are here. A rent in London is 1,800 pounds for the cheapest one. So if you want the child to live well, you'll be paying 3,000 pounds per month. Times 12 is 36,000 plus 14,000. Put it together, you're spending close to 100,000 or 50,000 at the least on a child. 50,000 today is equal almost 100 million naira for one child. How many of us are here? And you said we are not enslaving ourselves. We are fools. What are they going to teach the child here that the Nigerian university cannot teach that child?
In fact, our children live here and go to Europe and become the best there. While I was in school, there was a girl that dropped out because of a poor performance. Her name is Joanne. Joanne left Nigeria, went to the United States, studied chemistry, came out as one of the best students in her department. In fact, anytime we discuss, she told me, say, Dave, what you guys are doing in Nigeria is just punishment. This is not how to study. That's in America, they make the environment conducive for them to study. They give you that conducive environment to learn. And here in Nigeria, she didn't even do what she had to drop out due to poor performance. So what am I trying to say is here we have the best hands here. If we are not that good, why are they picking our doctors? Why are they picking our nurses? Why are they picking our engineers? So it's because they know that they can always get the best here in Nigeria. So in fact, it's King Fahd, the former king of Saudi Arabia, before he died, a particular professor, investor of Ilorin, said, the life of King Fahd is in my hands. He is the personal doctor to him. Okay. So there during his time, and so Nigerian doctors have been doing well long before now.
Let's do one. At least let's do one paper review before we leave this place. Otherwise, we are no more in newspaper review anymore. We're taking the discussion out of proportion. So let's do one. All right. Which one can you go?
I have with me the Tribune newspaper.
Yes, let's do with Tribune. That's fine.
Yes. The Tribune newspaper with the headline: Halt implementation now. Reps tell CBN. That is on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune.
I don't think you have Tribune. Where do you have a different paper from the one I have? Always, it's not going to work.
No, it's the same thing. You sent it to me, the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, the Tribune. I can't see it here. Halt implementation. Can we take another paper? Because I don't know what I added it to this slide though.
Okay, let me pick from the Vanguard newspaper.
Yes, let's do Vanguard, please. All right.
Okay, pick it from the Vanguard newspaper now with a headline: Project not okay by NAS. Procurement for probe, says rep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, project not okay
by NAS.
What the Lagos Calabar Road, the coastal highway.
The coastal
project is not okay. Not okay by NAS.
Yeah.
Procurement for probe. You see what we're saying, eh? This House of Rep. The House of Rep is saying it. Who knows whether House of Rep didn't get their cut? That's why they are not probing it. Or these are the things. So because we can't even trust you people in the House of Rep. Because in those days we used to say, you are standing for us. But are we sure now? What is your problem with this project? We say project now. Okay, we want to read it. In fact, these guys should be talking more. Where are the journalists there? Without journalists,
what is wrong with that project?
What's wrong with the project?
You can't just tell me it's not okay.
Yes, we want to know. We want to know.
Are there potholes?
Are they paying the money? I don't know who is constructing the road. I will use it, Julius Berger. Or is it a foreign company? Is it a Chinese company? Because I know Nigerian company will not be doing this.
Yeah, I think it's a Nigerian company.
I would celebrate
one, and the problem is a contract was awarded to one company, just only one, and that's how can you expect one individual company to construct a road all the way from Calabar? It should. Well, I will get the details. I'll get the details.
One company. The company can subcontract, but government should be dealing with one company. I think I support that. You understand? So because government implementation of certain things may be hard. So if I get the contract, I know I'm responsible. If I hire more people to do it with me, they will do what I say. Of course, at the end of the day, government will put you in prison if you misbehave. In fact, the contractors will be getting the other side of me when the time comes. Let's go quickly.
You can actually get the details of that story at page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's go to you can get the story on page 8. 2.7 billion naira fraud. Ex-aviation minister Sirika daughter docked gets 100 million bail. You can get this.
You know the one that said he's happy to go to prison after all Mohammed went to prison. You understand? He was saying that after Mohammed, did Mohammed go to prison because he stole?
We talked about this.
Bringing religion in. The bad guy is bringing in religion.
Yes. Remember we talked about this minister when they brought in told us that we now have a national carrier.
Yes.
The fake aircraft they brought into Nigeria.
He's not claiming. You know, I heard he say yesterday that after us, Mohammed went to prison, that he's ready to go to prison. I said, look at this one. Mohammed will never ruin his own people. He never did. They were pushing Mohammed for saying the truth. Mohammed was telling them to change away from evil and serve God. No, they're ready to kill Mohammed. Mohammed flew to Mecca, to Medina. You understand? He left Mecca to Medina.
He moved to Medina and assembled and came back to Mecca. Okay, you can get this story I'm about to tell from page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper with the headline: FG telecoms operators disagree on tariff hike. So that story can be found on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. FG telecoms, federal government telecoms operators disagree on tariff hike. Okay, moving on from there. I'm picking this. You can find this story on the page 20 of the Vanguard newspaper with the headline: IMF cautions FG against CBN Act amendments. This story. This
IMF, that's it. When I use one word today, the word there, I use the word emancipation from economic slavery. Because we borrow so much money from IMF, they are now on our neck. You see what is a slave? So we are already a slave to IMF. That's why they can tell us how to spend, what to spend, who to hire, when not to hire, when to increase price, how much to sell. And you say you are free. You're not free. That is in fact, they've summed up my message of today.
Can get the details of that story from the page 20 of the Vanguard newspaper. IMF caution FG against CBN Act amendment. Edo Gubar crack in LP as youth leader declares dissolution of EXCO. You can get to the details of the story on page 22 of the Vanguard newspaper. Edo Gubar crack in LP.
Edo State, this is what I say to them. Peter won that state with the Labour Party the same day.
Yes.
Yet you people cannot even come out and become a force. You didn't win one seat in the local government. I know you're Obaseki a dictator, but you guys could have at least start with 2 local government. Today, look at yourself. You can't. The candidate you are dissolving it. And now we hear this new language. Oh, there's a movement. The Obidat movement is different from Labour Party. How can you separate at this
How
difficult
can
time?
you separate at this point? This is when you need to unite. Yeah. This is when we need their unity. Okay.
Let's go.
Deporting 317 Oshu indigenes from Lagos illegal, says Falana.
Thank you, sir.
You can
Thank
get
you,
that story on
Falana.
page 10.
Falana. In fact, we remember when
Exactly.
you remember Ganifa Emi
Hmm.
and you remember Falana. No, we know that there's a hope in the country. You understand? But the question I said to Falana is, Falana, you are alone and the thing is becoming so difficult. Why don't you put this coalition of your lawyers? Now speak as an entity. Oh,
Yes.
I don't like when you speak alone. You understand? Because now we don't have a check on the Nigerian government.
Yeah.
We don't have any force. That is actually, we would have expected Peter Obi to do that by forming the parallel government. So, what I would have done as a Peter is I will appoint my ministers and work. You understand? I'm not using Nigerian resources, but I'll begin to work. So they will not be in the UK anyway. That's how it works. The next party will still be in parliament, though. That is why they will still be in parliament. But they will now form the shadow ministers. They will have their own shadow. You understand? So today now, Peter would have had his own shadow ministers. And this other guy will have his own shadow minister. Let us copy what is right. So these people will be checkmating. They will be the one criticizing or following up. When the government is doing well, they will clap for the government. They will support the government. When they are doing bad, they will try the government. Now that we don't have that, Falana, why don't you come up with a body? Have your minister.
Shadow ministers.
Yeah, shadow ministers that can look at the expertise. They say, okay, this is what we should see. And if not happening, we can take. I'm happy you come out to say this now. But we won this matter in court yesterday, not today. Yesterday. For that man to deport indigenes of Nigerians from Lagos State, I said it yesterday that it's illegal.
Yeah,
I'm happy
it's totally illegal.
as recorded here. And we need to follow that case up. We need to. Because if you call us destitute, so those of us that are made poor in our own land, we are destitute. God will bless you.
Okay. Moving away from that story. Senate okays death penalty for manufacturers of dangerous drugs. You can get the details of that story on page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper.
But where is it? Where is the death penalty for that? I know.
Senate, it has not been implemented.
It's dangerous. The thing is to stop them. But what is death penalty? What is death penalty there?
Kidnappers, death penalty, everybody. Don't kill everybody.
Exactly. How many kidnappers they not kill? How can manufacture of fake drugs be death penalty? Where, in which constitution? How? We know it's a dangerous thing, it's a bad thing to do. But hey, these are idiots. You understand? The question is, in fact, I watched this movie. Is it Passenger 59? He said the Israelis will never allow them in the plane. They will never allow the terrorists in the plane in the first place. You understand? So don't allow them to produce it in the first place. You don't. Yes. How do you solve a crime? You don't solve a crime by punishing people. You solve a crime by stopping it.
Stopping it. Thank you very much, Daddy Chris. That was the same thing former President Goodluck Jonathan said. He said, do not say corruption. Corruption is not stealing. Let us call it what it is. It is what it is. Don't sugarcoat it with any other thing. And the only thing is, let us stop this loop. Let us block the loopholes in which people steal. That was his strategy, which was a very, very fantastic one.
It's an intelligent one.
It's not about if you steal, we'll beat you. If you steal, if you have a child that steals, you keep beating that child. With time, that child will develop thick skin.
They know now that they're gonna die.
Why not keep your things safe?
Is Yahoo not punishable by anything? Because of the incentive that come with Yahoo, are they not practicing it?
Yes.
Do you stop by you see, and what are the motivations? You see, in the UK here, I always analyze it. There are two ways we checkmate crime: by motivation and by sanction. If you are doing well, the government will motivate you. Yes. If you are doing very evil, then they will sanction you. But I never hear death penalty for this kind of rubbish.
The youth in Niger Delta came out some times ago when the then president said, okay, he's going to grant amnesty to MEND, those so-called militants, then give them amnesty. But the youth came out to say something that I love so much. He said, those people who are members of MEND have perpetrated a lot of evil, and you are compensating them, giving them amnesty with sending them to school, paying them well. What about we who have been good citizens? What are your plans for us?
They ended up sending some of them abroad, though.
They say
Some of
some of
those
these.
men, they went abroad.
Yes. Some of them. The good
They
news, some of
most
them
of
are
the
now
abroad so that
pilots.
because
Some of
abroad
them are now engineers,
Nigeria get
pilots,
problem.
which is a very
And
good one.
abroad, some of them are Cotonou. They
Which
abroad where
is
they go, na Cotonou. Yeah,
imagine.
I don't did I didn't say so, but some of the abroad are Cotonou.
But the youth from Niger Delta came out to say, if you are doing this to men, giving them
Yes.
this good, what about we who have been good citizens, who have been law-abiding citizens? What are your plans for us? Before I think the president had to include some of them into the scheme, also send them abroad. And yes, at a point they produced pilots, because I followed data of them. There are pilots among them, engineers among them, who are doing well until Asari Dokubo is trying to take us back. God help us.
Amen. That baba if I say if Tinubu fail, he made the whole lot responsible. Then I they cry. This government is very oppressive to the job people. Baba, you get problem. It's not the old, don't worry. Let's go. It's not the old too. Now my mom.
Okay, so let me pick this story still from the Vanguard newspaper. Cash transfer scheme raised household savings but had little other impact, says World Bank. I'll take that again. Cash transfer scheme raised household savings but had little other impact, says World Bank. You can get the story from page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper.
Don't understand what they mean by transfer. Because what if it is the same way we used to transfer money? Because let me say one thing again. Now that because today I talk about the economic emancipation of black people, and I'm talking of Africans, Nigerians. I can tell you, before now, when we work here in Europe and we want to transfer the money to Nigeria, which is we contribute to, just in case you get it wrong, and most of you open your mouth and insult us in the diaspora, we contribute 25% of the Nigerian GDP with the money we send home. So don't insult us. All right. That being said, before now, when we want to send money to Nigeria, we go to Western Union. That's why anything you see, Western Union was a good friend of us. They were trying to do all the massive promotion. And I said to myself, who is Western Union? They're collecting the bulk of the money. If you want to send £100, they will take about £10. So they're getting 10%, sometimes 15% of your money. And they give you the worst rate. Now, Nigerians are not taking their destiny into their hands. We're sending money within ourselves now to Nigeria. You see the new app, the new technology. What is wrong with Nigeria? You don't fight technology. It's the only way we're going to fight these big banks.
Yes.
Now, there's a way you will send money from my phone. Bam, it's in Nigeria. 1 second. It's going to get better. But what I am so happy is we've cut off Western Union. We've cut off the bloody post office order in the UK here. If you go there to send money, they will cut the money. You will pay through your nose. Exactly what happened, what the Uber has done to the big stupid establishment. We need this thing, but black people, Nigerians can do this by cutting yourself from slavery. We need to cut ourselves from Netflix. We don't say Netflix cannot operate, but there must be Nigerian 90 to take over Netflix. Netflix will go and sleep. They'll be running. Nobody will tell them to park and go. Who sing that song? Park and go. You're going to park.
It's Daniel.
Thank you. Boy, they're going to park and disappear. Because the owner of the land, they are here now.
Yeah.
And Nigerian government, you need to encourage it. Please. Come on, man. We are too good to be poor. We are too intelligent to be poor.
Yes. Okay, I think we're done with the Vanguard. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper.
Okay, let's do one more Guardian, and then we're going to round up this thing quickly. Right? Go on, sir.
Okay, the Guardian newspaper with the headline: How real estate firms, agencies flees prospective property buyers, tenants. I'll take that again. How real estate firms, agencies flees prospective property buyers, tenants. So you can get to the details of that story from page 4 and 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Okay. Yeah. One reportedly killed, several injured in fresh Okwama violence. You can get the details of that story on page 3 of the Guardian.
Just when the governor said we can go home. Wow.
One killed, several injured. Fresh Oklahoma violence. Okay, moving on from that story. 45-year-old cleric defies 3 minors in Kwara, blames devil. The details of that story is on page 8.
The devil, when he make you defy them, that devil go kill you. You understand? You know how many years old they're talking about?
3 minors defies 3 minors in Kwara. About 3 days ago, the same thing happened. Same Kwara where a particular lady left the mosque, entered the toilet, and this particular man went to meet her in the toilet and defied her. She's about 14 year old when this happened. Though we can't mention her name, it has been generally you're not meant to mention her names, but the man has been arrested. Good thing the man has been arrested now and is in the police custody. So I don't know why they do this to our children.
No,
Okay,
and then
moving
you know
on.
what they said? It's devil. Especially those of you within the religious cycle. It happens here. Now, 90%, if you go to those days, our children that went to, in fact, it's a dangerous thing to send people to this seminary. Go and, some of them, those days, boys will begin to serve these reverend fathers here. They were blasting these kids. You understand? And then they came out and it was a disaster. Especially boys. And I said to them, nobody said that the reverend father, if you choose not to be married, that's your headache.
That's
You have women, just go. But don't stop defining kids. And you're gonna say it's devil. Yeah, now devil cause her. Look at it. In fact, these are the kind of people community should be dealing with, not law. Because law go day too lenient. Now let prison go. Community you
some pastors, some so-called imams, and now this is even happening in Kwara State.
I say Kwara people like that too.
When the child cannot even be saved in the mosque or in the convents, I mean, it is totally abysmal.
It is.
IMF, let's to the next story. This is a business story. IMF projects 24% inflation rate for Nigeria by year end.
Let them go. Let them go with their prophet of doom. You understand? IMF now our enemy. Because listen, you know what is it? They only protecting their money. They borrow Nigeria so much money. Sometime of the loan. How can you give money to somebody to just spend? IMF is guilty for our problem. I have no problem. IMF, somebody wants to borrow money from you. You don't ask how this person is going to pay you back. Anybody, any lender, we ask, this money you are taking, how are you going to make the money and pay me back? And somebody says, I want to make money to construct road. You give me money to construct road. You are my enemy. You give me money to pay salaries. Anyone, you're stupid. Somebody come to you and say, I want to go and get married. It's just like, I'm in Nigeria now. If somebody come to me and I want married tomorrow, I'll go borrow me money. Me are the craze. It's only when you want to do a business and I'll borrow you money because I know you're going to make the money and bring it back. You borrow Nigerian politician money to go and marry new wives, and you're telling us now that we are owing you. And now you are projecting that we're going to suffer. We're already suffering from your mistake. Thank you very much. You know, they need to learn. These are the economic slavery we need to wake up from, you know?
Yes. Okay, the next story here, we are Kaduna to relocate 359 schools over insecurity. The details of that story is on page 7. They don't get
state. Kaduna not be state. I say between Kaduna, this one, Plateau, and then this Benue. Only bad news. Only bad news. Now when the country between Kaduna, Plateau, and Benue. Today kidnap, today killings, today that. Wait till. I don't know what is wrong in those places. So honestly, they need to work on.
El Rufai,
you are relocating.
The former governor El Rufai did a terrible job in Kaduna State. Even now, yes, he might be, but he did well. But to me, everything he has achieved, he could have done better. He can do better. In my own opinion, I believe there's always room for improvement. You can never get the best. That is why better still comes ahead of the best. You can be better than the best. So what that simply means is there is always room for improvement. If you think he has achieved 70%, I believe with the resources he had, with everything he had, he could have made at least 90%.
If people are talking about El Rufai, if not the political power that El Rufai and the president have, that were pumping small money in Kaduna, what is there in Kaduna? We should be angry with people like Wike, like Okowa, who earn this huge amount of money from the federal government and still leave the state broke. They left their state broke. These two governors
Lagos states. We should include Lagos states to that list. River State, Delta State, Lagos State, and even Edo states. These people have resources. They cannot afford to stay.
And they go out leaving the state broke, and we don't say anything about them. No, leave Kaduna. Kaduna is a poor state as far as I'm concerned, because it is our culture not to do anything. So no state governor by law or by DNA make money. That's the truth. No state in Nigeria makes money. So if we now know that, so Kaduna is not making money. All they do is collect money from the federal government and go and spend. Wow, how much is Kaduna collecting? How much is Delta State collecting? Or how much has Delta State collected? How much has River State collected? What did they do with it? Instead, now, you see the irony of what I'm saying. We still borrow money from IMF. Not the ones we have that are not put to good use. Now we borrow money to even pay salaries. What a wasted generation.
Which means the agencies, the parastatals, are not making money.
The parastatals have been zero. Even federal government parastatals,
pay salary.
The federal government himself, the national ESCO. I can tell you now, this road this man is constructing, let's say, big project, Calabar Lagos Road, well planned, well done. How are we going to make the money back? Will it be out of place if they put a small toll gate that the money come back over 20 years?
Or somebody somewhere will not even let the money get to the account of the federal government. That is the problem.
But let's start by even making it first. You understand? Let's start by making the money. The money may not get there, but if you that want to do a project, you pump in so much amount of money into a project, you must tell us how we're going to make that money back. Not just to put the money in there and you say, oh, I've done well. Look at that one celebrating bridge. That one went there, FCT. He was celebrating bridge. He go come down so that he will come. As they pay us, he go they pay. Now they pay you as they pay us, they sweet them. Not so. It's the other way around. If they pay you, they sweet them. But devil is happy as they dancing like a sheep. Dancing dance of sheep. And they come for you anyway. What do I know?
How can a government celebrate flyover?
Yes. How can I celebrate flyovers? Me that decree celebrate flyovers. Or celebrating this man now who just came to office and said he just awarded contract. With which money? Where is that one going to bring money to the state? How can you start? How can they check? My people say they know they take their body to learn how to carry load. You start from what is going to bring you money. You come into a state, you plan. Okay, listen, we're not making money. You understand? The federal government is doing what they're doing. The small money we'll get from the federal government in the next 5 months, we're going to use this. By the time we're 1 year in office, we'll be here. Instead, the guy is in office 1 year. He's celebrating what? They tell us, nobody what he don't do well. He don't cost this. I said, hey, stop. We need to emancipate ourselves from economic slavery. I will preach it like Liberty Bell. And it's no miracle that's going to change it. Go on, let's just get to the end of this paper and wrap the show.
Yes, we see how it's the same story anyway. Senate okays death sentence for makers of illicit drugs. That's on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. And also, House of Reps direct CBN to halt implementation of 0.5% levy on e-transactions. Let me take that again. House of Reps direct CBN to halt implementation of 0.5% levy on e-transactions. You can get the details of that story on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. So that is all from Guardian newspaper for this morning.
You know why I want to talk about this illicit drug? And sometimes they think I'm supporting them. No. Until there is death penalty for those in government, those in power that steal money. There is no justification for somebody that just made an illicit drug and kill people. You are both killing people. By the time you send our children now who cannot stay in Nigeria, they go and die in the sea, in looking for greener pasture, you are also killing people.
Not only in the sea, people died in the deserts. People are trying to.
As we hear now, they call me on a daily basis. I'm here. And you said you are not killing people. You think it's someone that make drugs or the one that got gun that is killing people?
And this is so, I'm going to say this is so rampant, especially in Edo State. People are being lied to that they can get to Europe by road, and the journey is not funny. A lot of them die in the Sahara Desert. They spend 3 months trekking in that scorching sun.
If you see the last video that comes to me here, David, if you see the last video that reached me, if I will share that video here, of our guests, some of them carry babies now. They've been impregnated, they have babies, on their journey to Europe. And you sitting down there, you're saying these people that do drugs, that do this. You are a killer. You have blood in your hands, and you don't understand this. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Because the implication of economic slavery is blood on our hands. The way the Americans have blood in their hand for killing us as black people, because they were lynching us. That is the same way African leaders have blood in their hands today. If I use that word, it will be too tough. I'm going to end the show with one saying, that if you refuse to live for something, you'll live for nothing. I'm doing it, I'm printing it well, because I'm going to let this young man close the show. I'm going to say it again, that if you refuse, this man says so, not me. So I don't want to use the word die. It's Oshomole that said it. He said, if you refuse to die for something, you will die for nothing.
For nothing.
Over to you, young man. Let's close the show.
Okay, it's been an amazing time with you on a newspaper review from your favorite dial, SRTV. Join us same time tomorrow on the same interesting program. We'll be looking at issues, not only issues affecting Nigerians here in Nigeria, but issues affecting Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. I am David Otun. Go out there, touch lives, impact lives positively, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
All right, so that's where we end the show today. Like I said, the show is economic slavery today. I think we did justice to it. Today, we are slave to IMF. Our own money, our people like Abacha, very many of them. I know when I talk now, they think it's all Abacha I'm talking about. People like Abacha judiciously took out of the country, and we are borrowing it from IMF. And most of you think you are free. Oh, I am not Abacha. I did steal money. By the time you spend £50,000 on your child education per annum, you are equal to Abacha. You heard me? Because there's no justification in one child getting that kind of money for his education while the others can't go to a good school. We need to stop all this. We need to free ourselves from economic slavery. Hey, Lonelywood, until you have a distribution network that serves the industry, you're all slaves to Netflix. We need to get ourselves from economic slavery. I know big boys, musicians, I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. You've done well. But until you guys can have somebody who can promote your music internationally, and the money is coming back to Nigeria, we are all slaves. I know this is not what you want to hear, but we're slaves. I won't talk more than this today. My name is Daddy Chris. I wish a day will come when this slavery will be out of our land. I'm not talking of the slave that chain you, economic slavery. Not the mental slavery, economic slavery. It is real. It is the bottom of everything that we're talking about in this generation. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. Until tomorrow, when I'll be here again, what we'll be doing tomorrow will be the weekly bulletin. Now we'll look at all that happened within the week. I spent too much time today. I thought it's not so long. Let's stop it here now. Right here, right now. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 07062379915 or 08070827331.